It's like some people will say, it's all about who you know, and that's why they succeeded. No, duh, it's all about who you know, but don't use that as an excuse to sit on your butt. If you feel like you don't know anybody, go out and get to know them.
Yeah.
You can't use that as an excuse to never get off the door, to never get off the couch. That's why I love networking so much, is because it's like, one, you surround yourself in an environment where people are succeeding and growing and they've got this growth mindset and all this other stuff. And then who knows if the person with the other half of what you're trying to do is out there.
Yeah.
But you got to get out there and get to know them.
Yeah. And I find it so interesting that I've met so many people who believe firmly that the only answer is who you know. And nepotism's a thing. That happens. But if you look at like your network of people, you don't just know people with certain half bridges. It wasn't just that I had a circle of friends who were able to go out and be successful and do things.
Yeah.
It's that they knew me as the analytical kid.
Yeah.
They knew me as the smart kid or the one who could stand up and talk. And then another one who's like, oh, I know that person's really good at art. Or I know this person's really good at math or whatever it is. So you still have to have the what. Because once I meet people who all they are is who you know. And they know a million people. And at some point they have enough network effect that what they are is the connector.
Yeah.
But early on, if I hadn't taken these steps, and like you said, push yourself to network, push yourself to go out there, to put yourself out there a little bit. If you don't do that, then I was sitting around with a whole bunch of what I know, but no who's. And there's other people with a ton of who's, but not great what's. And you have to have both, because once I meet you, my next question is, great, who the heck are you?
Yeah.
What do you have? What's going on?
Yep, 100%. No.
It originally started with when people see hurdles and they say, I'm going to use that as something to work through, and I really want it, so I'm going to go for it, or I'm going to use that as an excuse to say no. Sales guy, you go out there and you ask for the sale, and they say, no, because I'm busy. If you really wanted it, you would make time for it, right? Or no, I can't afford it. If you really wanted it, you would forego this other expense and find the budget for it.
So instead of saying, I can't afford it, you say, how can I afford it?
Exactly. And it came down to how badly they wanted it.
Yeah.
And then over time, I began to realize that was only sort of one side of the equation. One side is how bad you want it, and that gets weighed against how much you think you can do about it. There's some people that might want it real bad, but they just don't have the confidence or the skills or whatever it is that says to them, oh, I can get over that hurdle.
Yeah.
Some people see a tiny hurdle and they really don't want the thing, and they're like, oh, see, there's a little hurdle, I'm out. But some people see what would be a reasonable hurdle and really want to get to the other side and look themselves in the mirror and say, oh, but I don't have what it takes to get over that hurdle, and I'd rather not get hurt, I'd rather not embarrass myself, I'd rather not fail again. It's safer over here.
Yeah.
And one person is giving up on what's on the other side of the divide, and the other person is giving up on what's on this side of the divide.
Yeah.
Giving up on themselves before they even start.
I love that. Oh, that's fantastic.